Yeah.
So
So that ties into this next article that I wanted to cover. This one is home inventory soars at record rate with U.S. buyers pulling back. So the number of active listings nationwide jumped 31% from a year earlier, a record high increase for third straight month, according to Realtor.com. This year's jump in mortgage costs has sidelined many would-be buyers, and the decline in demand is leaving more homes on the market. Sellers are responding by trimming their prices to compete, a potential bit of good news for shoppers still in the hunt. Inventory has yet to return to pre-pandemic levels, and even as option increases, competition for homes remains strong. Keeping prices elevated, the nationwide median list price in July was $450,000, up 17% from a year ago, and close to an all-time high reached in June. The affordability crunch and remote work policies have been pushing some people to relocate to less expensive cities. So this ties into what we talk about all the time is affordability. People are seeking affordability, especially the first buyer that backed out. The one thing that blew my mind was this house. What was the sell price on the house that we put up?
220.
220. And their mortgage?
It's gonna be like they said, like $2,400.
That's insane.
Yeah, that blew me away. And like somebody mentioned this the other day. It's like it's still more affordable to buy a house than rent. I'm like,
No.
what market you in? But like it was somebody who mentioned it. Oh, it was they were investing in Indianapolis, and I was like, when's the last time you look at the rents and look at the mortgage payments? Like it's been more affordable to rent for quite some time.
Well, what was the interest rate that they had? Because it was an FHA loan.
I think it was like 6%. It was like 5.5%, 6%.
Yeah. So that's the problem that you look at it. We're selling at an affordable price. The problem is interest rates have gone up so much that people that are in those lower tiers, that are lower income, they can't at 2,400 in that neighborhood. I ran the rents. They're not 2,400.
No, they're like freaking like 1,600.
Exactly.
Like that.
For $1,600, you can rent that house versus spending $2,400 to buy the house. So you look at those things, and you're buying an FHA. So you got your PMI, which is your mortgage insurance. That's going to be an extra couple $100.
That's
like
factored into the.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like you have a lot of extra expenses that are associated with that. That when you think about it, and then taxes and everything that are going to keep going up as they keep adjusting values.
It's like I always said, like 2024 is like I think that's when it's gonna be very hard for a lot of people because those tax increases are gonna start hitting those payments, those style of buyers, those people that bought the last couple of years. It's stretched themselves to the max.
And these are the times that, as an investor, this is the time why we are investing in our education, and why you should too. Try to find a coach that has or is where you want to be. Try to find education, get educated, because the next coming years, these are going to be a tremendous amount of opportunities that are going to hit the market from people that bought now at high interest rates, all of this, and their taxes are due, and now all of a sudden they can't even afford their monthly payment. These are people that foreclosures might start going up, or we'll probably start seeing short sales come back again.
That's why I see more short sales, because everyone's like, oh, sub-2's like, no, sub-2s are going to be trash. It's like the payments are so damn high, they boom so much that like on FHA, maybe in some conventional stuff where somebody put big down payments, but from my experience, it's like people that put down big down payments bought more expensive houses that have always never rented where they're supposed to be, like rented for what their payments are and stuff like that. Like those are usually like higher end, nicer homes. And I kind of chuckled a little bit when you say we're selling at an affordable price at $220,000. It's like that's all relative to, and like I kind of say that that's almost an opinion of what is affordable. Because I remember one gentleman.
Well, I'm
saying,
talking about because you have median price. Even median price in the whole U.S. is $450. Median price in San Antonio is $340. You said $330. So we're at $220. Like
it's just like it's all relative to like that's why I had to say it's like it's almost an opinion. Because I remember somebody saying like affordable price is like $150. It's like you look at the house you get for $150.
Exactly.
It's like those things have all changed. But one thing I've said, and like we were talking about people like, oh, I'm just gonna wait and sit on the sideline. It's something like that. Like you know what, like I am glad, happy for those things, because like, and I mentioned several times in the market updates, like markets going up like this cannot continue to go up like this, because it brings in so much speculation. It brings in so many people that don't know what they're doing, that damage the overall market. And that's what I was worried about, is once enough people start getting hurt and raising enough noise, politicians get involved. Politicians get involved and start creating laws, rules, and regulations that make the market even worse. I mean, just look at healthcare in this country, and like a prime example of that. Anytime the government gets involved trying to solve something, wind up making it worse for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So it makes it a lot harder.
Well, and that's why, like, to your point earlier, right now we're getting back to what we consider to be a more normal market. So you buying a house and doing a half-assed rehab on it and putting it on the market and getting full price offers, those days are gone. Like, we're not seeing that anymore. You got to put a quality rehab on the market because of this situation. You're starting to see people that, with these high mortgage rates, we had this discussion before of people that were getting pissed, again, on social media, mostly on TikTok. They were getting pissed because we said that, nobody cares about the price. They care about the payment. And everybody's like, oh, that's bullshit. Everybody cares about the price.
My favorite one.
No. When you go shopping for a house or even a car, what is the thing that you care about? Can you afford the monthly payment? If you can afford the monthly payment, that's going to tell you what you're going to be able to afford to buy.
Yeah.
You understand? That's what it goes off of. It doesn't go off of you going and saying, no, I want a $250,000 house and I don't care what the payment is. No, it doesn't work that way. If you can't afford the monthly payment, you're not going to get a $250,000 house. And if you can afford the monthly payment of a $350,000 house, you're going to go for that one. So again, it goes back on the monthly payment. So right now, what are we seeing is that people's monthly payments have shot through the roof. So now, what somebody last year could afford, a $350,000, $400,000 home, now they're having to buy, if they still want to buy, a $250,000 home or less, so they can still afford that same monthly payment.